What's up, guys? We're back with the first game reaction of the season. I know. Maybe we should have been doing this the whole season because we do it for the playoffs, we do it for the finals, and it just kind of recently crossed our minds like we should have maybe done game reactions for all the hyped up regular season games throughout the season, and maybe even some of the anticipation previews for some of them. So maybe some of the things we'll do moving forward.
But you know what, man? Like a wise man or whatever person says, better late than never, baby.
That's true, and we saved the best for last, or at least best for first. I don't know, but honestly, was this the best one? It was the best hyped one of the season, but as you guys saw how it turned out, there are a lot of takeaways from this game.
It was a shit show.
Exactly, and I think from that we got a lot of That's why the video's titled "Takeaways from this game" because like I got some things to say.
It definitely felt like a playoff game, and we definitely got a peak prime playoff James Harden. We definitely some of the tweets, man, NBA Twitter so far. I'm like, damn, man.
It was peak James Harden, playoff Harden. But okay, let's get in. All right, first let's start with the anticipation. Y'all saw, if you didn't know, Ben Simmons came out of his hotel from the back. I saw that early on before the game started. I was like, damn, people are going crazy. And from everything I've seen built up, he also got booed. Like, this is probably the game that I would say, at least off the top of my head, is the closest that resembles when LeBron went back to Cleveland.
Damn, like that.
Yeah, in terms of like the hate, in terms of the level of not at all. You know what I mean? Because like, come on, LeBron, Cleveland going to the Heat, that was a big slap in the face, and come on, it's just Ben Simmons to Sixers. But in terms of the hype and the hate that it got, it's the closest one. I'm not saying that it's that close, but in terms like what other game built with this much hate and hype against like a former player would you bring up?
I'll name you one, and it'll be in the future. It'll be when Ben Simmons is there. When Ben Simmons is there in a uniform in Philadelphia, if they meet, especially if they meet in the playoffs. Bro,
honestly, at the way Simmons is,
this is the warm up.
You think we'll ever get set? He might always be either injured or something, some type of I don't want to say excuse, some type of reason for missing any game played in Philly's home field.
Yeah, but you see what? Normally I would agree with you when it comes to this, like ragging on that Ben Simmons. But Reggie Miller, he brought up a great point, saying Ben Simmons easily could have been like, no, make up some excuse to not be there on the bench. But you know what?
Oh, but he showed up
wittingly. Nobody forced him.
Yeah,
he was there, and he took the extra step. And he was actually there for the warm ups. He shot some shots.
No, that's true. I actually was thinking when I saw him sitting on the bench, like that's legit. Like the fact that he's there, he showed up. I like that. And even at the end of the game when KD got interviewed, he said like how they all quiet down, and it wasn't just quiet down the Nets. He's like, we stopped hearing the Ben Simmons boos or something like that. He brought up Ben Simmons towards him, and to me that shows camaraderie. It shows like unity. You know what I mean? Because KD he didn't have to bring up Ben Simmons at the end of that interview, but he did, and he was siding with him.
Like you said, camaraderie, and it shows that his team, his boys, they got his back, which is pretty good, man. And if the Nets, if they want to win that championship or get as far as they want to in the playoffs,
that's right. They're gonna have to go do it as a unit. And also, one thing I want to bring up is I saw this quote from Steve Nash on Twitter, and it said, "It's Steve Nash on Ben Simmons being on Brooklyn's bench tonight," and he said, "Quote: How many people go into an arena and get booed by the entire place? I had it done to me, and I thought it was a privilege. So I hope he enjoys the experience." And like that's such a Steve Nash thing to say. It's like the guy always sees the cup half full. And I was like, okay. And I honestly don't know if it was like maybe not like a slight, but like, yo, Ben, you better not like, don't take it, sensitive tonight, whatever. Like, take it with your chest. Well, and at the same time, he put a positive spin to it.
I think it'll help him out, man. He has Steve Nash to be able to tell him that as well. He has his boys backing him up. And like, look, he already gone over it, man. So when he has to go through this again, come in the playoffs, he's gonna have that in the back of his mind that I went through this before.
I hope they meet in the playoffs. Sixers and Nets. The top matches in the East that we deserve. This is what the semifinals in the East should be: Bucks versus Heat and Nets versus Sixers. I don't know like if seeding's gonna work out, whatever, but forget that. Just saying that would be the top two matches for the last four teams in the East that we deserve. But they both have intense like tension there.
That's assuming the Nets are able to get out of the play-in tournament, or even make it to the top 6 seeds. Because hey, man, that's another thing. Actually, I'm glad that you transitioned to that, because y'all gotta chill, man. Like, this is one game. Like, everybody's already crowning the Nets already. Oh, the champions or the favorites. Like, oh, forget about the Heat, forget about the Bucks, forget about the Celtics or everybody else. Like, fuck them. We got the Nets over here. Chill. Well, okay. One game. And with that same thing as well, chill the fuck out with the 76ers. I know James Harden played like complete fucking ass. Chill. He just got traded there. And yes, I know in the playoffs he hasn't been like that good either. Let things build up over there in 76ers, man. Give him a damn fucking chance.
Well, I didn't know you were going to be so defensive. We didn't even get into it. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Wait, you got some James Harden on you.
Yeah, man. That was from that time I saw him at Tootsie's here in down south.
Did you really?
No, man.
Oh.
It kind of looked like him.
Oh. I actually once had a barber in Williamsburg in New York that looked like James Harden, legit. And I brought it up to him. He's like, "Yeah, I get that a lot."
I'm like, damn.
Was
he fat too?
So let's look at. Nah. He had the beard.
Nice.
All right. Let's start with let's start with Harden. So I'm gonna bring up this tweet from Bill Simmons. James Harden has done jack shit so far. This really does feel like a playoff game.
That's smart.
And then I posted from the BTD Twitter this image that was going around, and James Harden in the second quarter with 7 minutes left, 3 points, 1 of 10 from the field goal, and 1 of 2 from 3-point, and that was the only 3 points he had. Now in total, James Harden was 3 of 17 from field goal, 3 of 7 from 3-point. He made his 2 free throws. He was a negative 30 plus minus, and in total had 11 points, and he also had 6 rebounds and 5 assists. The reason I brought it up is I see my boy Erwin here wants to defend James Harden. I have always been, if you kept up with the channel long enough, and even before we started this channel, which honestly, part of the reason why I started this channel, I wish I had started earlier, because I had been on that James Harden is overrated bandwagon for years.
Fuck the process. Fuck Philly. Sell the team. You know what? Don't even allow him to have an NBA team anymore. Just cancel all of that shit. Just demolish the
It's just like
arena.
He's shown us time and time again, and Barkley even brought it up in halftime. Like,
that's true. Yeah.
Playoff Harden disappears or is inconsistent. If he has a good game, likely the next game is not going to be good. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. And it's just like, oh my God. You can't be a true superstar if you're not consistently great. That means that I'm not saying they can't have a bad game. I'm just saying, like, it has to be consistently good to great games. And yeah, every once in a while you're going to have a bad game. Harden has consistently bad games in playoffs, or not just playoffs, in games that matter or games that are hyped. Like tonight was hella hype. Tickets were sold out. Philly fans were excited to see what Harden and Embiid were gonna bring. Embiid brought it first of all. So let's get that clear. He scored 27 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 15 of 19 from free throw, 2 of 3 from the 3, and obviously field goals 5 of 17. But from the first half, he was the majority of the points, because like I remember Barkley brought up, it said Embiid, Harden, Kyrie, KD, and he's like, nah, you can't do that for Embiid, Harden, because Embiid has scored literally almost every single point.
Yeah, for real, man. Like, get him out of that list.
Yeah, so I haven't posted a video yet. I'm a little late on editing this one. This one's gonna be first because obviously it's a reaction to this game. But after this, there's gonna be a video where we talk about the trade. And I did say I don't believe this is gonna play out well for Philly, Harden and Embiid. However, this year is the one time where they have the best chance to do it. And we've seen Harden and Embiid have some highlight moments. Erwin here defending the hell out of them. He's like Harden's biggest fan.
Hey, it's the regular season. Let's let them like build things up.
But look, it is the regular season. But bro, this wasn't a regular season vibe game.
You're right.
So,
but chill.
That's what we're gonna expect.
He just got traded.
Every playoff game they have, if they're in a series, is gonna be like this. Every single one. Well, and even worse if they play in Brooklyn.
Well, shit, man. And
Embiid's not gonna carry James to the promised land.
Yeah, but something to help out the Nets as well, man. Kyrie, since it's a road game as well,
Kyrie's been balling.
Yeah, he balled the fuck out in the games in Brooklyn. Yeah. Kyrie's not gonna be there.
He's reminding us why he's one of the top 10, top 5 point guard in the NBA. Let's get that straight.
Which I'll say this, man, like for whoever comes out of the East, that's not the Brooklyn Nets, and that whole thing is going on still with COVID. the MVP that they should give is COVID. The reason why is because if Kyrie was healthy, none of this like whole COVID like restrictions and thing, then I would agree more.
Not healthy, if he was available.
I mean, available,
fully available,
healthy and fully available. Then you're saying, then I'm gonna agree more with people.
But they say by then, which is in a month, it should be maybe good. There's been rumors that New York is gonna soften the restrictions or maybe remove them all together.
They can do it after the Heat eliminate the Nets. All right. Yeah, they can do it. So
if they do that, and I keep hearing that more and more brought up, I'm like, okay, then this. At that point, I'm telling you, man, and I don't sleep on the Nets. Even with Harden now, Kyrie and KD are still the top 2 players on any team in the East. Like, you ever bringing up duos? Come on, man. That's Middleton and Giannis? Nah. Butler and Adebayo? Nah.
So I'm gonna say this, bro. Butler, Bam, PJ Tucker, Oladipo.
Just don't do the Heat thing right now. I don't want to hear the Heat thing.
Yeah, lock their asses down. Lock the boots on the ground. Lock their asses down. Bro.
And the other takeaway from this game is what we're saying right now. That the Nets are legit. Yeah, bro. They came into a hype game, and when they take shit seriously, this is what happens.
That's the thing,
bro. They almost 30-point like massacre.
But that's the thing. The same thing as people talk shit about Harden, saying that okay, he'll have a great game, and the next game he'll throw a clunker. The Nets have been like that this whole year.
Yes, but there's a difference when it's like on like if they're trying and they're still inconsistent, as opposed to like they're not, like if they're putting full effort and they're still being inconsistent, as opposed to like, oh, they're just putting half-ass effort. Now the half-ass effort could end up biting them in the ass, and then the playoffs it's like, oh, you guys should have been, practice more full effort so it will be easier. Mm-hmm. I will give you that, but that's where I'm kind of like, there's a little asterisk to it, because it's like, okay, they're not playing fully available or with full effort. You know what I mean? Because there's nights you can see the Nets kind of take it half-ass for sure.
Yeah, half-ass. I mean, they better not be. I mean, shit.
KD and Kyrie played at this every night, or just 70% of this every night, bro. Their record would be way better.
I get you, but there was like another graphic they were putting in the game. There's only going to be 4 more games that Kyrie's going to be able to play because of the restrictions.
And then KD will step the fuck up.
But we'll see. The good thing about this trade is that it did make the Nets overall as a better team. You saw Steph Curry out there balling up.
Yeah, we brought that up in the trade video. That was a great addition to this team. Drummond too.
Yeah, Drummond as well.
Just his presence alone, he don't got to do anything else. Just catch rebounds.
He's a big body, and that's exactly. That's something the Nets have been needing.
Exactly.
Like, overall is a better team, and defensively, like, man, you saw what they were doing with like shit with James Harden, double the team, man. They were like out there.
And then imagine, and they got Patty Mills, they still got Goran, they got vets that will step up when need be. You know what I mean? So and we'll see. And even if they're not gonna step up every game, when they do have their good games in the playoffs, like Goran, Mills, Johnson, maybe if Simmons comes back in the playoffs, like they're still
it's gonna be
not to fuck with.
It's gonna be interesting, man. But guys,
but you said you're right. They're in the AFC right now, so with so few games, it's not looking too good that they avoid the play-in tournament. But if they do, even if they're in the play, you're crazy, bro. Even if they're in the play-in, they're gonna win. Like, come on, dude.
I don't know, bro.
Dude.
Last year, my ass, I was so confident saying the Golden State Warriors are gonna like go, John.
But that's because you didn't see. Yeah, you didn't see the truth, bro. And I told you, Ja.
To all the Luka fans.
And he did that shit.
Yeah, they're still salty about that shit, man.
That's what I'm telling you. Ja's gonna win the finals this year. He's gonna be finals. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, guys. I don't want someone to take that serious.
All right. Anyways,
next year,
guys,
bro, like, come on. Right now, 6 and 7. Cavs, Raptors, Celtics. Like, no, bro. Hornets 9th. Like, no, bro. Come on. Nets will watch any of those teams.
Like the saying says, when you assume, you make an ass out of yourself. So be careful.
Yeah, but it's true. But for me, this is a safe, risky assumption.
All right.
Raptors, Cavs.
I guess that makes
the only one is maybe Celtics if they fall down. They're
not falling down.
Exactly. Or not even Hornets. Bro, Hornets, Nets, and Raptors, Cavs, and Hornets don't have enough playoff experience and old veteran experience to really push them.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. This is the beauty of the NBA.
I don't think the Hawks are gonna push over. If the Hawks make it to the play-in, then I'll be like, hey, maybe we got a little upset right there.
Guys, let us know in the comments what you guys think, man. Is the championship, is that gonna go to the Brooklyn? Like some of y'all saying on NBA Twitter, they need to chill the fuck.
Did this game prove anything?
Yeah,
did
it prove anything?
Are the Sixers overrated?
Are the Sixers fucked?
Are the Nets underrated, or vice versa? And if you guys want to see more game reactions from us for some of the regular season games left over, let us know. And yeah, because we're going to be back on this shit, nightly uploads when playoffs start.
Exactly. There you go. But anyways, appreciate all the love and the hate. You guys already know. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all podcast streaming platforms.
Please follow our Instagram, guys. Look, long story short, it got taken out because Facebook sucks. And now we have to start it over with the same name once it was available again. And we have no followers. We had a dope Instagram community. Like, we really did.
We did, man. But hey, we built that shit back up again. But anyways, we'll catch you guys soon. For now,
take care.